First graders, today we are going to be making a African necklace like we just learned about on the smartboard. So to make our necklace, we're actually going to use a paper plate. We just have to cut the middle out of that plate. So your plate today, when you look at it, we're actually going to look at it for this circle that we see on the inside. So to get to that circle, I'm going to make a cut all the way until I reach that little line. You see that curved line all the way around? And then I'm just going to follow that line around the circle. This will allow our necklace a way to be worn. It's a little tricky cutting the plate because it's curved. We're going to flip it over and we're going to actually use the back side of the plate. So not the part you'd eat on, but the upside down part. So it's kind of curving down towards my messy mat. So we definitely want to use a messy mat today because it's going to be pretty easy to color on the tables today on accident, and the messy mat will catch that mess. So I want to think about a lot of color and I want to think about a pattern. I like to start with a big marker. Do you notice when I'm coloring back and forth, I'm missing a lot of those spots? The plate has a texture on it, so I have to go over these spots a couple of times in different directions to get all that white covered up. I'm going to think about a pattern. I kind of started with a light orange, and I'm going to put maybe a stripe next to it of blue. And again, I'm going over these a lot because when I just go one time, I'm not covering it totally. I like to start with those bigger markers. I'm going to let it dry because it's taken a little bit for it to soak up into this plate. Then you also have skinny markers at your table. You can use the skinny markers to add more details and designs and patterns. So maybe in this part, I'm going to have some skinny diagonal lines, so they're kind of tilted. That looks pretty cool. Now that my blue is dry, I can go on to another color. Ooh, I like this pink color. Awesome. It's a pink marker, has an orange cap. Sometimes that happens. I'm still making sure that I'm being careful with the cap. I have it on the end of the marker. I'm going to make this area a little bit bigger, and I might do a different pattern on there. If I try to put a pattern on a dark color like blue or purple, I'm probably going to have to do a dark marker like black. Maybe I'll outline that. That looks cool. Maybe this one's going to have some polka dots, and then I can go on and make some details on that purple. I eventually will want to repeat these patterns. So maybe I go orange, blue, pink from here. So I have a pattern that way. If you look at my first one, I have patterns going all the way around. The middle is a little different. Yours could be too. Last year I had some kids ask, hey, can I use this big circle and could I do something on this circle and then we could attach it? Sure, that would be great. So here's another example. This person just used parts of their circle and cut them into little triangles and added them. These parts, if you're going to add anything to your necklace, will have to be stapled because glue does not stick to these plates very well. When you're finished, your necklace should be full of color. No big white spots left. No scribbles. Your name tag will be on there and they can go on a counter to dry.